Okay, so let us start. Hello again, and thank you for joining today's webinar dedicated to NIS2 and DORA regulations. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Sergey. I'm Business Development Manager at Zopero. And a few words about Zopero software. So we are on the market for more than 15 years now. We started initially as a SaaS solution, so it was a product in the cloud only. But after this, we released a few more products, and I'll tell you more about those products in the next slides today. First of all, we are a security first company. This means that we are ISO 27001 certified. Also, you can find 5-star ratings on Capterra, on TrustRadius, G2Crowd, and other platforms. We were the high performer. We were given the awards of the high performer in 2022-2023 because the product has and regularly adds new features to respond to the customer needs. And on this slide, you can see our top partners, our enterprise level customers, and also public institutions that use our license, that protect their infrastructure with Zopero licenses. For example, among the largest customers, you may find such companies like Subway, T-Mobile, Orange. They deployed Zopero software in their cloud. Also, you may find public institutions like Gladstone Institutes, Wharton University of Pennsylvania, and Medical University of Warsaw, to name a few. So let us talk on the main topic today, backup strategies and compliance essentials, and how to meet DORA and NIS2 standards. To begin with, a few information about the NIS2 directive, which is a successor to the original NIS directive. It represents a significant step forward in strengthening cybersecurity across the European Union. So this regulation extends its scope to cover more sectors and introduces stricter security and incident reporting requirements. Its key focus is on enhancing the security of network and information systems across vital sectors, including energy, transport, banking, and health. NIS2 stands out for its comprehensive approach, encompassing 10 crucial elements such as incident handling, supply chain security, vulnerability management, and the use of cryptography and encryption. It aims to establish a high common level of security across the European Union. So what does the NIS2 directive affect? Or who does the NIS2 directive affect? Which industries? The essential entities, ICT management, financial market infrastructures, transport, energy sector, drinking water and wastewater, public administration, space, banking sector, and healthcare. A few important entities are waste management, foods, postal and shipping services, manufacturing and automotive industries, companies dealing with chemical products, research organizations, and digital providers. What are the NIS2 directive core requirements? So let us speak more about those requirements. First of all, the policies regarding information system security and risk analysis. Also, incident response protocols, business continuity measures, including backup, disaster recovery, and crisis management. Supply chain security policies that address security-related aspects of relationships between the organization and its suppliers and service providers. Security measures in network and information system acquisition, development, and maintenance, as well as vulnerability management and disclosure. Procedures for evaluating the effectiveness of cybersecurity risk management measures, common cyber hygiene practices and cybersecurity training initiatives, policies and procedures governing the use of encryption and cryptography where applicable, access control policies, asset management, and security of human resources, implementation of multi-factor authentication of continuous authentication options, secure voice, video, and text communication channels, and secure emergency communication protocols within the organization. DORA, the Digital Operational Resilience Act, specifically targets the financial sector, addressing the need for robust ICT risk management. It goes beyond the traditional approach of managing operational risk through capital allocation, emphasizing the need for protective, detective, and responsive measures against ICT-related incidents. DORA introduces the strongest rules on ICT's risk management, incident reporting, resilience testing, and monitoring of ICT third-party risks. Its core objective is to ensure the operational resilience of the financial system, considering the escalating threats in the digital landscape. Regarding the DORA regulation, so DORA introduces, as I mentioned, those main points: ICT risk management, incident reporting, resilience testing, and monitoring of ICT third-party risks. What is the core objective of the DORA regulation? So DORA regulation specifically targets the financial sector, addressing the need for robust ICT risk management. It goes beyond the traditional approach of managing operational risk through capital allocation, emphasizing the need for protective, detective, and responsive measures against ICT-related incidents, as I mentioned. It's important to stress that the network and information security is, or what we call NIS2, is a directive, whereas the Digital Operational Resilience Act, which we call DORA, is a regulation. You may think that this is trivial legal lingo, but there's a real difference. So what are the main difference? While both NIS2 and DORA aim to enhance cybersecurity, their scopes and application differ. NIS2 has a broader sectoral coverage, imposing cybersecurity measures across various critical sectors. DORA, however, is specifically tailored for the financial sector with a concentrated focus on ICT risks. It mandates more detailed and sector-specific requirements than NIS2, especially concerning ICT resilience and third-party risk management. The key distinction lies in their applicability. NIS2 sets a baseline for cybersecurity across multiple sectors, while DORA, as I mentioned on my previous slides, provides a targeted approach for financial entities, offering a more granular set of rules. The NIS2 directive must be transposed into the national law of every EU country. It cannot be applied as such. It was published in the EU's official journal on December 27, 2022, and member states have 21 months from that date to transpose it into national law. So this should be done by October 2024. In France, for example, this is a deadline announced by ANSSI, the competent national authority. However, it should be noted that this is the deadline for transposition into national law for member states, not the compliance date for entities subject to NIS2. They will most probably have an additional period of time to comply with the directive as soon as it is applied in their respective countries. If you are affected by the NIS2, the transposition of the text into your country's national law will probably bring its share of nuances. Wait and see then. The DORA regulation will be applicable as it stands in all EU countries from its entry into force, scheduled for January 17, 2025, so 24 months after its publication in the official journal of the EU. This date is clearly stated in Article 64 of DORA. If you are affected by DORA, don't expect any major changes in the obligations brought about by the legislation. They will be applied as it is. That being said, some application details have yet to be specified. Draft technical standards are expected by January 17th, 2024 at the latest, under joint development by the European Supervisory Authorities (ESA) and the European Union Agency for Cybersecurity (ENISA). So what are the distinctive objectives? It is essential to understand that NIS2 and DORA do not have the same objectives. The NIS2 directive harmonizes the global level of cybersecurity across the European Union. Its goal is to ensure that the companies and organizations most important to the smooth running of our society achieve a high level of digital security. The DORA regulation aims to strengthen the digital operational resilience of the financial sector. So its role is to ensure that financial entities are able to withstand and operate even in the event of a cyber attack. The availability and integrity of financial services are at the very core of the regulation. In practice, the two texts complement rather than compete with each other. NIS2 aims to strengthen the overall level of cybersecurity in the EU, while DORA ensures that the financial system remains functional even in the event of a cyber attack. So let us move to the details on how to prepare your organization for NIS2 and DORA. What is one of the basics of the successful compliance journey? Effective and timely preparation, of course. So let's look further at the best practices and stringent supervisory measures that can help your organization meet the new security requirements and have peace of mind that all your organization's data is secured. First of all, identify what critical infrastructure, what processes, and what data your organization has. Then develop a method of managing risks and information security. Have a double check on your IT supply chain. Then back up your company's data. Also ensure that you have a restore and disaster recovery. And finally, promote cyber-oriented culture within your organization. And how you can be prepared to those with help of our product with Zopro One. First of all, I need to tell you that with the global set of features that Zopro One offers to you, you have multiple options to be prepared. Unlimited retention. As you know, some organizations they require to keep their data for long terms. So you may use different levels of retention policy when creating the backup tasks with Zopera. Of course, you can use the GFS, grandfather, father, son strategy or policy, but you can also set up your backups to keep them locally or in the cloud. Global deduplication on source. It is available on the source side, and the data are deduplicated before they go to the network. It is important if the company has limited bandwidth or they plan their backup tasks during the business hours and they have quite limited storage. So this global deduplication feature allows you to save the storage space for your backups. Multi-tenancy, one other feature which allows you to manage multiple installations, multiple customers also, we call them tenants, within a single interface, within a single console. You can easily create different folders for different customers, and then use a filter to choose from different locations, different industries, for example. Of course, if you would like to grant access to another person who shall access the interface, you can you can grant them some permissions, admin permissions, or view only, or recovery operator, and according to those permissions they have different roles and different levels of access to the console. Efficient app-aware backup. You may be sure that with use of app-aware mode, you can still back up your running VMs and running applications and be sure that the data are consistent. Point-in-time recovery. While you are creating a backup task, you may, of course, um, set up retention policy, and while you are recovering your data, you can easily select the date and time of the state of your backup which you need to recover. Any-to-any restore. This means that you may use cloud to cloud. You may use also you may export the backups of your VMware VM or, for example, of your physical machine, and later restore them in another hypervisor. Multiple backup plans. This means that you can, of course, create different backup plans that will be launched on multiple schedules with different retention options, and etc. etc. So you can configure multiple backup plans for a single machine, for example, or for multiple machines. Deployment model. Let us talk a bit regarding deployment model. As you know, you have different deployment options. You can deploy Zopro locally on a Windows, a Linux machine. You may also use SaaS installation, so Zopro will be running in Zopro Cloud. And you can also use different types of storages. So we call this multi-storage system. For example, if your customer would like or has some limitations whether to keep their data only locally, but if there are no restrictions, the customer can also send a copy of the data to the cloud, either Zopro Cloud or any other private public clouds like Amazon, Wasabi, Backblaze B2, etc. Scalability. The product is very scalable, so if you have a new new infrastructure added to the backup tasks. For example, while you are creating a backup task for multiple machines, and you will add a new machine to this backup plan, it will be automatically added to this backup plan and included to this backup plan. Other thing is the replication. I mentioned this already, but it is possible to replicate your data from a local storage to the cloud storage, for example, or local to local. You can add multiple storages to your inventory and simply keep one copy locally and send another copy to, for example, a NAS device or to another server. This is absolutely possible. With the granular restore, there is no need to recover the whole machine in order to access the data or specific files or folders. It is possible to choose which kind of file, which exact file, which folder would you need to restore. And let us move further regarding the restore and disaster recovery policies. As I also already mentioned, we propose any-to-any restore. This means that you can do the cross-platform recovery. Also, the bare metal recovery is available. To restore a physical machine once it's becomes not available, something happens to this physical server, you may easily restore it to the other machine that has no less memory available. It does not have to be the exactly the same machine, so you can use just another physical machine which has a similar or higher amount of memory available, of storage space. Granular recovery, I already mentioned this, so it's possible to restore either a full machine or just some specific files or folders. I think that should be pretty it from my side. The chat is open. Please let me know if you have any questions. And by the way, I just wanted to remind you that it's possible to those who have not attended, for example, to your colleagues or maybe to your customers, it's always possible to schedule a technical demo of our product or a sales presentation. If it's necessary, we will assist you. So please do not hesitate to write to me directly, and we will schedule some training for your teams or a technical demo for your customers. Okay, one question from Tony regarding the licensing. Tony, you can first of all, of course, you saw the licensing page on our website, but I just need to emphasize that we have perpetual licenses and we have subscription licenses. If we're talking about backup for VMware Hyper-V, those licenses are charged per CPU socket. They have no VM limitations. Both of them, perpetual or subscription ones. If you plan to back up a physical machine, however, those licenses are charged per device, per machine. Of course, if it's M365 backup, so this is charged per user. And as you might have noticed, there is no additions, so the license covers pretty much all the features you may backup locally, you may backup to cloud, etc. Any other questions, please? Bill asking what kind of physical machines are supported. So with Xopero, you may backup Windows machines, Linux machines, and macOS. I'll provide you with the link on more detailed information what platforms are supported. Here in the chat. So basically, for Linux machines, all versions are supported. As for Windows, if you plan to backup Windows Server, we support all versions starting from 2012 R2. As for the Windows client, all starting from Windows 7 and plus. Okay. Any other questions, please? It seems we don't have any more questions. So I hope today's webinar was informative to you. Thank you all. I wish you a nice day and see you on the next webinars. Thank you. Bye bye.